Hi everyone, it's Blake again with Northwinds Wilderness School. We've got an upcoming class on grinding stone and bone to make tools. And grinding stone and bone for tools and decorations is absolutely one of my favorite subjects. I started studying it when I was in college. I was really introduced to the idea of making ground stone tools by a guy named Greg High, who's a fantastic artist off of the East Coast. There's a long history of grinding stone and bone to make tools throughout human history, throughout many, many different cultures. Lots of slate and soft stone tools in the Pacific Northwest. Lots of ground greenstone or granite celts or axe heads, and a lot of ground soft stone tools in Europe. Throughout history, grinding stones to make tools and bones has been fairly widely used. A lot of people, when you say stone tools, they immediately think flint knapping, which is fine. It's more popular, it's more sexy, it's more cool, I guess. But grinding stones is super fun, and it makes a really good finished product. So I just want to talk to you really quickly about the process of doing that. What I have here is just a piece of alabaster. I sawed this off, but we can pretend it was ground to this smooth shape. I have a small piece of flint. This is actually Keokuk or Peoria. But you can see it's nothing special. It's just a broken piece of tool that I'm going to use to scratch a mosquito bite. And then I have some sand and some water. The first thing we need to do is score this stone so we can snap it to the size we want. So I'm just going to use these sharp edges around this flake to score this stone, and then we'll snap it. So, see, it's not really a tool.
Is that really hard?
It's not really hard, but it's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Just like that. This piece is going to become an arrowhead. Let me show you how. So if you grind this just on your stone, you can see it's making some scratches, but it's not doing a lot. What we're going to do is take a little bit of this sand that's in a candle jar here, and we're going to make a bit of a slurry. Yes, darling? Yes. A little bit of water. And we want to mix the sand and the water. And now what we're going to do is start grinding our alabaster into that slurry.
Wow, this is making this table safe.
Yes, it is. Yeah, just like that. Remember, you're trying to make it into a triangle.
a tanny color.
I've been grinding on this for a while now. And you can see, it doesn't really look like an arrowhead, but it's starting to take on some shape. Now, I'm going to start working on this back end. And we'll just keep grinding.
And my hand's starting to hurt.
Your hand's starting to hurt?
Yes.
Are you making any progress?
Does it seem like it?
All right, now this is starting to look more like an arrowhead. What we've got to do now is start tapering these edges to a cutting edge here and here, and then tapering this down so it can be hafted into an arrow shaft. So what we're gonna do is just set this on its corner and sort of take off that corner, and then sort of take off that corner, and then sort of take off that corner, and then sort of take off that corner. And then we'll grind down here, and we'll grind down here. And we're just gonna do this for a while. You have to be a little more careful on this part. And you wanna make sure you're doing it kind of evenly. You know what, I think I'm just gonna thin the whole thing out a little bit.
And using there. And when you're grinding this, do not blow into the smoke. Do not blow into this.
Yeah, you don't want to breathe that stuff in. It's really bad for your lungs. It can cause pulmonary fibrosis. Make sure you do this in a well-ventilated area. I never do it inside.
And never breathe into smoke that comes from this.
So I was grinding on this thing and broke. This is one of the things that happens when you're working with natural materials. You can never even begin to guess how something's gonna go. So I guess we'll start over with the piece she's cutting off. All right, after a few hours of work and a shower, I finally finished my arrow point. You can see the angles and the grind. It's not quite sharp, but I'm actually probably going to turn this one into a pendant. So after we broke this one, this probably took me 3 hours total, start to finish. And I have a couple other things here that I wanted to show you. These are just some simple little beads that I made. And then this pendant is the other half of that stone that we started with. This is one that I made for my wife out of Montana soapstone. These are antique glass beads, and the white ones are coyote toe bones. This is just walnut dyed brain tan. Sorry about that car. This one holds very special meaning to me. This is the first stone piece that I ever made using only stone tools. You know, usually I use only stone tools. Every once in a while I'll use sandpaper or modern drills. Obviously this was drilled with a modern drill. But quite often I do make my pendants using only stone tools and hand drills. This is one of my favorite pastimes. I really enjoy making them. I really enjoy the finished products. And, you know, sometimes it even adds a couple extra bucks to our family pot by selling the finished pieces. If you have any questions about the history of grinding stone and bone for tools or the process, please let me know. If you have done any of this and you have any input or any of your own experiences, please let us know. If you enjoyed this video or you found any value in it, please find a friend to share it with. And as always, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Every second of the time you spend with us means the world to me. So thank you for coming with us again, and have a great day.